And on this gorgeous Saturday night, here come the Tennessee Volunteers running through the tee. 3rd down, 10, Alabama ends zone, intercepted by Tennessee.
The Tennessee defense, which has been one of the best in the country.
Snap goes over the head of the quarterback, rolling down toward the end zone. They're fighting for it, it's loose.
It is a safety in the Tennessee defense.
Bang, sack, back at the 25-yard line.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage. It's been a terrific defense for Tennessee so far this year.
Penn State has played in some big stadiums in front of loud crowds before on the road, but it's going to get really rowdy tonight. I love watching the defense. They are aggressive. They blitz you. They come after you. They press you on the outside. This is a confident bunch.
The highlights y'all just put on got me fired up, though. I'll tell you that.
Okay, I'm going to sound like one of these academicians, so you forget to practice. What kind of classes were you taking today?
2 communication classes.
Well, I know that school over there pretty well. Know the dean and know some of the professors. In fact, I did a class the other day, and so don't tell me you're thinking about communications, Jeremiah.
That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I do.
Well, I'm getting way off the script here, but ultimately, what would I mean after you retire from the NFL and get selected to the Hall of Fame in Canton? What would you like to do?
I'd love to stay in football, and I'd love to coach. I fell in love with football, and I got such a passion for this game, and I think that I would love to get into coaching and just keep inspiring people and help some teams out.
Well, I know your high school coach, Coach Niblett. Remember him when he was in Alabama, and your father played football and was in football. I'm assuming that's where it comes from?
Yes, sir. It definitely starts from my dad. Ever since I was a kid, he told me when I was born, he had me in a little linebacker stance right out the womb. And since I was 5 years old, he's had me doing linebacker drills in the backyard, and he's just a fanatic of football. And I get all my traits from him. And like you said, Coach Niblett, he's been one of the biggest influences on me as well. And yeah, he's got such a passion for the game, and he's helped me out a lot.
Well, he is one of the great high school coaches around, and you were very fortunate to have him at your high school. Let me ask you about your dad, though, because I know he played college football. He coached. I mean, some kids have a choice. You obviously were excited about going in there, but what type of coach was he as a little kid?
Yeah, he was a super fiery coach. I think he got out of coaching to get to start a family, and I think when he started a family, he started to calm down just a little bit. But I remember whenever I was like 6 or 7, we could first put the pads on. He was the head coach of our team, and he was always fired up. We were out there running around 5 feet tall, but he was having us screaming, doing all these drills. And then as it progressed in high school, he was just my film buddy. We're always watching film together, whether it's just practice or a game. But he's just been such an influence for me, and it's pretty crazy how he was a linebacker at Massachusetts, and he also coached the position linebacker for a bunch of different schools.
I know coming out of a big-time high school, you had choices. What led you to Knoxville?
Yeah, Tennessee was my first offer ever. Coming after my sophomore year, I came up here right after COVID, did a camp, and they offered me, went in Coach Heupel's office, and he pulled the trigger. And I'll remember that moment for the rest of my life. I just fell in love with the coaching staff here and just the environment. I believe there's no place better than Knoxville, and it's been such a blessing to land in a spot like this.
Jeremiah, I've talked to so many different Tennessee players, and I have a feeling you're going to agree here. But they say he is just the quintessential players coach. I mean, he's just unique to be around. I think I get it, but I'm not a player on that team. What's he like as a head coach?
Yeah, it's communication every time you stand in the building. He's sitting there waiting for you in meetings, give you a little fist bump. And I think it just comes back because he was a player too. I know he don't talk about his playing days a lot, but he was a baller, and I think that him doing that, playing quarterback, just leads to a better connection with us. And it's so great playing for a head coach like that, and it's just such a blessing.
It's yeah, of course, and we remember watching that last year when he had that return to Norman, where he was such a great player, leading them to a national championship. This time of the year, because everything is a little bit different in college football, what are the spring drills like, and how much can you tell about your own position as well as your unit and the entire team?
Yeah, so this is wrapping up my third spring, and each spring has been such a leap forward for this team. I was telling somebody earlier that it reminds me of my high school team just because of the bond that our whole entire team has. So first off, just the bond has been amazing and getting to know all these new faces that are here. And second of all, we've been playing physical. We have some new guys, but we also got some vets that are stepping up into a leadership role. And it's been so much fun just working with the other vets and some of the older guys to really take control of the team and to relay the standard of what the guys that were older than us told us and relaying it back down to the younger guys. It's just been such a fun time, and I'm ready to keep it rolling.
Jeremiah, that unit was really effective last year. At times, I mean, they held that team together when the offense was finding its zone, so to speak. A lot of losses, though, especially a couple of real key ones that we're going to be hearing early in the NFL draft. What can you tell us about the Tennessee defense for the upcoming season?
Yeah, and I last year we were just great at sudden change, like you had said. And for this upcoming season, we're going to have 11 hats running to the ball with their hair on fire. And that's something that Coach Banks has preached since day one of this spring. And that's something that is one of our huge defensive standards and something that we rely on is our effort to the ball. And then overall, our smartness of the game. We're going to be extremely smart and assignment sound, and I can't wait to get out there. And overall, after this spring, we're going to be extremely urgent and throughout summer workouts leading into fall camp. So I'm very excited to get out there on the field with my guys.
Jeremiah, I mean, last year you can't say it was anything but a success. Tennessee made the playoffs. That's where everyone wants to be at the end of the season. How would you describe the 24 campaign? I've lost track of what year it is.
Yeah, it's all good. That last season was such a great experience, and I had such a fun time just being out there with my guys, and especially some of the seniors that aren't here anymore. I'll remember some of those games forever. We went undefeated at home, and that's something that we pride ourselves on, but we are definitely not satisfied whatsoever. Going into that first round, going up to Columbus, it's something that's going to fuel me for a long time coming into this season, and we did get far, but we did not get as far as we wish we had got. And that's the whole goal, is to flip that around and take it as far as we can.
I have to ask you this. I was down at Austin covering the Clemson, Texas game while you were up in Columbus. Were you one of those players who took your shirt off in the 20 degrees?
No, sir, I was not. We had came out a little bit earlier, but hey, if I would have ran out with them, I would have took my shirt off with them, boys.
What? I mean, I know you're from Georgia and you play in Knoxville, which can get very cold. But what was that? Just the temperature part of the night like?
Yeah, I honestly didn't even think about it. I was just ready to go out there and play ball. It don't matter what temperature it is, 70 degrees sunny, 20 degrees, 100 degrees. I'm just going out there to play ball. I really didn't think about it too much.
Yeah, I had a feeling that if you're wearing that orange, you're not overly concerned about anything other than knocking the other guy's head off. So give us a preview. We talked about the defense. What's the offensive side of the ball look like from your perspective?
Yeah, the first thing that I think of when you say that is explosive. You got Nico out there at quarterback, and he's got some threats out wide, and we can also run the ball down people's throat. And people sometimes don't expect us to be able to do that. We got a dual threat at quarterback. He can throw it or run it, and we got some studs in the O-line. And I can't wait to just see them continue to take strides and the leadership of Nico to continue to grow. And I can't wait to see them boys make some plays.
Jeremiah, as one of the leaders on the defensive side, you get a good chance to study Nico every play, and obviously practice a little bit different than what the other linebackers for the opposition see. But how difficult is he to contain?
Oh, extremely. You don't know if he's going to step back and throw it 60 yards or if he's going to scramble out the pocket and run. I was talking to some of the guys earlier, and it helps the defense so much when a quarterback can complete the ball in an extremely tight window, because you could be in the right spot, but he's going to put it to where only his guy can grab it. And to have a quarterback like that, man, it really makes the defense have some urgency to themselves. And just having a quarterback to go against like that in practice, and I always talk to Nico before and after practice, see what he's looking at, and he asked me what I'm looking at. So it's been great to have Nico.
Well, I know in the parlance of coach speak, you can only be thinking about the first game, which is Syracuse, but you got quite a challenging schedule. Road games at Alabama, at Florida late in the year. You got that Georgia game early on. I know you're fired up for this season, so what should Vol fans expect?
Yeah, so like you said, we take it one game at a time, and we're focused on summer workouts right now. But of course, we have a goal in mind and a goal that we preach every single day. And we're going to take it one game at a time, win after win. And like Coach Heupel says all the time, any place, anywhere. I'm just excited to go out there and show the Vol fans what we got.